feel good!
Hi everyone, welcome back to vlog number 3, which is going to be all about the Key World retreats in Bali in Indonesia. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video and stay tuned. I know that you're gonna love it. So welcome back. I have been away for the last 2 to 3 weeks in Bali in Indonesia with the Key World retreats. So I thought this week's vlog had to be about my experience there. I wanted to bring you along with me so you could experience the magic that was the Key World retreats. So I really hope you enjoy it. This week's vlog is also probably a 2-man vlog. I am going to talk about the Key World retreats and we're going to use Jack's footage, who is part of Compound Visual Productions. Jack came along with us on the Key World retreat, so I'm going to talk all about it and Jack's footage is going to be inserted throughout the video and he is amazing. So that's what I wanted to do this week, that you come along with us for vlog number 3 to Bali and Indonesia. So I really hope that you enjoy it. So I have been on the Key World retreats in Bali. This was our second Key World retreat. At the start of the year we were in Morocco. So this year, towards the end of the year, we decided, my mum and I, that Bali was the next destination on the Key World retreats. A team of myself, my beautiful mother who delivers the key courses on the programme, and Janet Shook, who is the most amazing yoga instructor. So we are probably like the 3 key dream team, 3 powerful independent women who love and embrace the key, and we are really a fabulous team. So I'm going to introduce you to them throughout this vlog. I had the pleasure of spending 8 days with the most amazing, like-minded, energetic, successful people who just want to immerse themselves in the key philosophies that we teach. The Key World retreats is basically the key course which my beautiful mother delivers in an exotic or the most amazing space, a space to create. You know that we call the key a space to create. So my mum and I came up with this idea of why can't we take the key to the most fantastic spaces in the world. So we discovered and created the Key World retreats. Our first Key World retreat was at the start of the year in Morocco, in Marrakesh. I have a vlog of that, so you can check that out on my channel as well. And this year we decided Bali. We have always wanted to go there. It is a very spiritual and beautiful place, and that connected with the key courses and the key programme. It was dynamite, it was gold dust, so we had to do it. So that was our location for this year's Key World retreat. The space that we stayed in was just unreal. We stayed in an NYC loft right in the middle, probably of the jungle, in the middle of the rice fields in Ubud in Bali, and it was absolutely stunning. I'm sure Jack's going to show you some footage of it just now. The place where we were staying, it was a loft, so it was very minimal but just absolutely stunning. There was so much space for everyone to do their own thing. We had brilliant spaces for everyone to connect in their groups. That's where we held the key programs, which were dotted about throughout the 8 days. We also had the perfect space for our yoga and our meditation sessions, which were taken by the beautiful Janet Shook, who is just an absolute goddess. We have really looked to create a great bond with Janet. Myself, my mum and Janet, we are were the perfect team on the Key World retreat. So that's the main 3 people, if you ever come on the Key World retreats, that you will have the pleasure of meeting, I suppose. The space was brilliant. It was just exotic, it was spiritual, it was stunning, it was picturesque. It was just the most amazing place to take just nature. That's what I love about the Key World retreats, is getting back to nature. We live in a world full of traffic, hustle and bustle, alarm clocks, TV, internet, and the Key World retreats is the total opposite. That's why people love the Key World retreats. The next thing that we do on a retreat is excursions. The Key World retreat isn't about doing tourist things, because we want to really experience the culture. I think that's one thing that on retreat that we love, is connecting with people that live there, that really know the country, and that's exactly what we done. Our first excursion was to go and, what was it? Our first excursion, no, cut that. So our first trip on the retreat, or our first outing on the retreat, was a bike trip. Now there was 15 Scottish, Australian, Portuguese people that just all jumped on these bikes and just embraced Bali. It was the most amazing day. We went through villages, we connected with people, we seen the rice fields, we seen the volcano, we tasted the coffee that was grown there, the chocolate that was grown there, which was unreal. That's what I love, just cycling through. We could stop, we seen the children coming out of school, and it was just perfect. So that was the first trip on the retreat. The second trip that we done was to go to the monkey forest, the monkey sanctuary. So it is basically the monkeys of Ubud running riot in this beautiful sanctuary and really terrorising all the tourists that come and see them. But what I loved about it is that they're free, it's nature, it wasn't a zoo or anything like that. They just really, they love being there, they're nurtured, they're cared for, and to come up and close to the cheeky, literally cheeky monkeys was absolutely amazing. So it was lovely to just walk around. The trees there were just unreal. They must have been thousands of years old, and that was a lovely day. Oh well, it was partly raining that day, but it was a lovely experience to go and see the monkeys of Ubud in Bali. And then in the afternoon we went to Emporium. So the idea is that you go, you get blessed, you cleanse yourself if you're holding on to any negativity, which was just perfect. Alongside the key course, I think the day before we were working on the negative limiting beliefs that we have been holding on to, and then bam, day number 3 we went to Emporium. So again, it was a lovely experience. It was something that we all experienced together. It really brought the group together. But we had to have the special wraps and sarongs that it's just tradition that you wear when you go into the pool. And really, as a group, it was a huge bonding session for us all. I think we all went under individually, we cleansed ourselves, we let go of any negativity we were holding on to, and then I remember all of us just having a big group huddle, and I think we actually went down under the water. We just dunked ourselves as well. Which is brilliant. So that was just amazing. It was a place of sanctuary. People had their water bottles to fill up, to take home, to give to people that were maybe unwell, to let them heal. So it was really quite a surreal experience. As soon as it happened, I felt lighter. I literally did feel cleansed. And it was just another perfect day. So that was a lovely day as well. The next trip that we done was a cooking class with Deu, who was our amazing, beautiful lady who provided all of our meals for lunch and dinner, and she was a little bit crazy. She was hilarious. So I think we made ice cream and banana fritters. Don't know how much we really got to cook. She just chatted. She loves a chat, as we all do. And it was lovely just to, again, get the group together, do something a little bit fun. We all got the recipe. We made a lovely natural ice cream made of avocado, and it was absolutely stunning. It was so chocolatey and it was delicious. Our cooking class was a very unique cooking class by Deu, so thank you, Deu, for that as well. Our last trip was probably one of my favourite. We went to a high priest. Now, this was off the beaten track. I had spoken to Megan, who was the owner of the NYC Loft, and I really connected with her and said, what would the best thing to do for people to really experience Bali and its culture? And she said, to go to the high priest. I didn't really know what to expect. We just kind of trusted that it was going to be an amazing experience. We were told that it's not really a tourist thing to do, so we had to get permission to come into the local village and to meet the high priest, who blesses, who heals the people round about him. And I understand that people actually travel hours and days to come and see this man. He was amazing. He was absolutely, again, this retreat was full of just unique people that were just, had a presence about them, had a soul about them that you wanted, it was just magnetic. You wanted to just know more about them, and he was definitely one of those kinds of people. We went in to a temple which had meditation mats. So we were in a kind of temple first of all, and we had to go into the local culture of the sarongs. We had to be dressed in the appropriate way before we were allowed into the temple, and everyone done that. There was a little bit of an atmosphere. I think I know myself, I was a little bit apprehensive of what was going to happen because none of us speak Balinese. So we just trusted and were just guided along in this process. So all 15 of us got into our sarongs. We all actually looked beautiful. And we sat down on a meditation cushion under this temple. And we were told to just go into a meditative state. So he came along and started chanting to everyone. I'm sure Jack's going to be playing it right now. I can still hear the power of his voice, the vibration of his voice, and came along and individually touched everyone in their head, on their third eye centre and their heart. And just, I remember him saying to me, just follow your feelings, just follow your feelings and let your feelings go. And me being a crybaby, if anyone knows me, I just cried. Leading on from that, basically they said we needed 2 people to come up to another temple. So we were the first ones to go up and stand under the temple. He basically told us that he was going to cleanse us. At this point, before we went, we told that we were just, you might get a little bit wet. We were told to stand, to close our eyes, and he was going to start cleansing, do the cleansing process. So the first process was to become aware of everything that we were holding on to and start to begin to release it. And then the water, the holy water that he puts on top of you, is to begin to cleanse everything and cleanse you, cleanse your body, cleanse your spirit. And we had to keep cleansing our body. We had to wash our bodies and clean out all the negative, all the toxicity that we'd been holding on to. My mum went first and she was like a mad woman. She was laughing, she was crying, she was screaming, she was clapping her hands, and I was just staring at her like, what the hell is going on here? And then I done it too. But it was amazing. It was a very surreal and unique experience. I had a big year of transformation for myself, for my business and my personal life, and I really just let go of everything that I had been holding on to that has been holding me back. Also on retreat we have the amazing Janet Shook, who is our yoga and meditation instructor. She's totally part of the Key team now. We're best friends, we're soul sisters, and it's perfect to combine the Key program along with Janet. She loves the Key program, and again, everything that my mum had been teaching throughout the days on the Key program, she would then interweave it into her meditation, into her yoga flows, and she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing, and it was just lovely. We done yoga twice a day, so we got up at 6 in the morning and done an hour's yoga before breakfast, and then an afternoon session. I should really introduce you first of all to the amazing Stephanie. Stephanie was a client and she came along on the retreat. I believe that she's only got 20% of her sight, so it's difficult for her. She can only see shades and light and colours, so it's quite difficult for her to read facial expressions and things like that. So I was there to guide her. For me, and then I know that Stephanie and I have spoke about this, it was the most amazing experience. I didn't first of all take into consideration her and her sight and how brave she was to come and travel alone to Bali. We really embraced, we created a bond, and I know that I've made a friend for life. So all the trips, everywhere, me and Stephanie were like a dream team. We were joined at the hip, literally. Stephanie done the bike ride across Bud, which was just absolutely amazing. She just smiled the whole way. She was a total trooper. On the first night before we were about to do the trip, I had said to her, listen, we're doing a bike ride. Are you up for it? And the next morning she was like, I'm doing this. But it was an absolute pleasure, first of all, Stephanie, to spend the Key World Retreat with you, and I can't wait for our next trips and everything that we're going to do in the future. She is in the process of becoming the most amazing yoga instructor. The fact that Stephanie only had 20% vision, it must have been so difficult to follow a class. And then Janet and Stephanie came up with this idea of, why don't we blindfold the rest of the group and do yoga in the dark. Janet had to really change her teaching as well, because she had to just teach a class orally and make sure that, first of all, that we were safe, and for us to really connect to where our body moves without seeing it. The first point, I remember, if I thought I was going wrong, I would just sit and hope that Janet would guide me in the right way. You just needed silence. You just needed to connect with yourself, with your body, really use your ears. I don't think I've used my ears so much in all my life, to really listen to Janet and Stephanie's instruction. So that was unreal. So thank you, Stephanie and Janet, for doing that as well. I'm really grateful for that. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed the footage. Thank you, Jack, so much for doing this with me. You can contact him below, and I hope you really enjoyed this week's vlog. So make sure that you stay tuned, subscribe and like this video, share it, and if you would love to join us on the Key World Retreat, I'll put a link below. Contact me, email me. Our next retreat is in Ibiza in May 2018, so if you would like to join us, if you would like the brochure for more information, I would genuinely love to connect with you, and stay tuned for my next vlog. Thank you, bye.
That feels good!